My first concern was she's gonna have to take care of me for the rest of my life.
Juan had just woken up from a 10-day induced coma.
All of the dreams I had about how life was gonna go was like out the drain.
But he never gave up because of his dream to walk down the aisle on his wedding day. It all started when Valeria and Juan met at 19.
We had been together for like 7 years before I proposed. And then a month later, tragedy strikes.
The couple was celebrating New Year's at a sandbar in Florida when the unthinkable happened.
I was on a boat and there was different depth in the water. And when I dove off, I dove on the shallow side and I landed on the crown of my head. I instantly became paralyzed in the water and no one knew and no one saw me.
The next moment, someone's shouting that someone's drowning. All his friends go help. I assume he's with his friends, but it happens to be Juan. And he's purple, like they take him out of the water. And by a miracle, the Coast Guard was just passing by right when we were like shouting for help, and they were able to take him to the emergency room.
That's when Valeria found out just how serious the situation was. Juan had suffered a complete spinal cord injury.
The doctor gave us a 3% chance for him to ever walk, feel again, or anything.
Juan immediately underwent neck surgery. And although he couldn't speak, when he finally woke up 10 days later,
I was just so happy that he was at least awake and I could like see his reaction, see his face. He can mouth words to me and I was just reading his lips. And it was like, I just felt so happy that I was even able to have that back. I was like, oh my God, like you're back, like you're still there.
About a month after the injury, he was finally able to move his pinky toe for the first time. Then about 7 weeks out, he bent his knee, and he was determined to get all his walking back too. So after being released to go home, his recovery continued, especially motivated by the hope to one day walk with Valeria down the aisle for their future wedding. Juan would do hours of physical therapy every day before coming home to do more strength training with his dad. And about 2 years after the accident, their wedding day finally arrived.
I remember walking into the hospital room the first day you were awake. I was so scared to see how you would react to such a traumatic incident. But of course, your strength never ceases to amaze me. You couldn't speak, but you didn't have to. The way your eyes lit up and the big smile on your face said more than any words could.
You spread love where you see it's needed most. It's that kind of love that I look forward to more than anything when I was in the hospital. If there's 24 hours a day, I look forward to the 2 that I had with you during visitation.
En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén. Puedes besar a tu esposa.
I think God strengthened me that day because I was walking so much without my walker and standing so much for pictures and I had so much energy and it was like I was performing at the Super Bowl because like it was like the best performance of my life after the accident.
I don't know how this man is so strong, but he took everything so well. Like it was so easy, such a traumatic, such a crazy thing that I can't even imagine like happening to myself, how I would react to something like that. He took it with such grace and it's incredible.
She says I'm the strong one. First of all, I'm just gonna say I'm not the strong one because I didn't do much other than therapy. Val she left her job at the time. She quit. She had to take care of me full time. She was a full-time nurse. She had to shower me, clean me, cut my nails, feed me, put my clothing on, everything. And she always made me feel like it wasn't a burden to her.
Like, he's like my soul, he's my heart. Like, it meant nothing to me to like do any of that. Like they say in the vows, like through sickness and in health, and like it wasn't even a question to me to act. I was just so happy he was alive. I was happy he was alive. I was happy he was him.
The true story here is that Val answered the call, and she proved why I want to marry her and why I want to be with her forever. She really showed me love on a level that I've never seen before.